welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I want to start the discussion with one of the greatest writer of Russian literature, Fyodor Dostoevsky, who has given us greatest classics of all times, Crime and Punishment, Brothers Karamazov, Idiot and many such novels. With this statement, let's start the discussion. A real gentleman, even if he loses everything he owns, must show no emotion. Money must be so far beneath a gentleman that it is hardly worth troubling about. With the statement of Fyodor Dostoevsky, I want to highlight one of the most iconic movies ever made in the modern days, In Pursuit of Happiness, where desperate times, how it forces a father to take desperate measures. With that thought, we have here D.H. Lawrence, one of the 20th century greatest novelist, poet of all times. He has given us one of the very important statement, iconic once again. D.H. Lawrence, his statement: money poisons you when you have got it and starves you when you haven't. It's a very interesting statement D.H. Lawrence tells. With that statement, let us discuss about one of the most famous poem, Money Madness, by D.H. Lawrence, who lived in the 20th century 1885 to 1930. Here is the poem Money Madness by D.H. Lawrence. Money is our madness, our vast collective madness, and of course, if the multitude is mad, the individual carries his own grain of insanity around with him. So here in the first stanza, what the poet is highlighting is money is our madness. So it is almost like in the modern days, we are mad, we are running behind money, or vast collective madness. Collective, almost all the people. It is not only an individual as such. Collectively, it is our madness. Money has become madness. The materialistic world. And of course, if the multitude is mad, the individual carries his own grain of insanity around with him. Even the individual also, from his individual level, he also carries some sort of insanity, madness, being mad, running behind the money. Further, I doubt if any man living hands out a pound note without a pang, without any pain. Not a single man living will hand out a pound note without a pang, pain. Further, and a real tremor, there will be a shake, nervousness if he hands out a 10-pound note. So a man giving a 1-pound note as well as a 10-pound note, there will be definitely, there is a pain and there will be a nervousness. That means it is not easy that man will give that much of money easily in the modern days. Moving further, we quail, money makes us quail. Quail, we will shiver, we will almost like a slave, we will fall behind money. It has got us down, we grovel before it in a strange terror. It has got us down. Almost in the modern days, we almost kneeling down in front of the money. Got us down, we grovel before it in a strange terror, unheard of. Some sort of fear part is there, terror. That's what the poet is highlighting. And no wonder, for money has a fearful, cruel power among men. So the dominating nature of money in the modern days, D.H. Lawrence seems to be very much fascinated with, and he is wondering why man has to run behind. Not only an individual, the entire society has to run behind the materialistic world, the materialistic concept of man. This is what the poet is very much strangely shocked at, and he is highlighting that. On the same thought, the poet is highlighting, but it is not money we are so terrified of. To some extent, even D.H. Lawrence can, he seems to be happy with the thought that not money we are so terrified of. He is not even having the fear of money. Then what else? That it is the collective money madness of mankind. Now here, the poet seems to be very clear in his thought. What is that? It is not the money he is having scared of, frightened of. What is that? Collective money madness. The people and their mindset, their mentality in collectively running behind that money part, he is having a fear. For mankind says with one voice, how much is he worth? So today in the modern days, man is looked in terms of only the money, the property, that materialistic wealth, that part. Mankind, the entire society says with one voice, with only one voice. What is that? How much is he worth, an individual? What is his value? What is his monetary assets? Has he no money? Then let him eat the dirt and go cold. So this is the cutthroat thought D.H. Lawrence is scared of. So this is the collective money madness he is scared. What is that? If he has no money, if an individual is not having any money, let him eat the dirt and go cold. Let him go and die. Let him eat the dirt part, and nobody is bothered about. Even the society is not at all worried about such poor people. This is one thing symbolically a child eating the dirt I am highlighting symbolically. So now the poet is telling that the entire society seems to be pushing that man, poor man, to eat the dirt. That is something he is scared of. Continuing, and if I have no money, till now he is talking in terms of general, now as an individual. If I have no money, they will give me a little bread, so I do not die. Whatever is required for my survival, they will give me little bread further, but they will make me eat dirt with it. So the concept of here, what is that? People will do the charity. They will give me a pound of bread, but they will make me eat dirt with it. Here, eating dirt is nothing but the humiliation, nothing but the insults. To what extent a poor man is forced to, while even collecting the alms or taking the food part from the rich and powerful. The insult part the poet is trying to tell, that eat the little bread with dirt. Dirt means here the insult, humiliation. I shall have to eat dirt, I shall have to eat dirt. So repetition also makes the poet's thought, and as a reader we need to understand that I shall have to eat dirt and I shall have to eat dirt. So the insult, humiliation, it is very much evident, clear in the modern days. It is mainly because man's madness, he is running behind money. If I have no money, so what is this thought is here is very clear. The poet is trying to tell that if I have no money, they will offer me bread, no doubt, but they will ask me to eat that bread with insult, with humiliation. This is the inevitable fact of the modern days. Concluding that last stanza, it is that I am frightened of. So once again, earlier also, collective money madness I am frightened of, and it is that I am frightened of. I am scared of that collective money madness of the modern days. And that fear can become a delirium. So almost like unconsciously, it is becoming more and more powerful fear in the mind of the poet. It is the fear of my money mad fellow man. So the poet is not worried about the materialistic, that money. He is worried about those people who are giving this materialistic wealth more value or status, where the poor man is totally lost and he is asked to eat the dirt, forced to eat the dirt in terms of humiliation, insults, and it has become a part and parcel of the entire society, which makes this poem and the thoughts very contemporary here. The same thought of money madness continues in the last part of the poem. We must have some money to save us from eating dirt. So the poet finally started to give us some suggestion. Okay, when the entire society, the whole modern world is running behind the monetary or the materialistic wealth of money, what individual is supposed to do? So through this poem, D.H. Lawrence seems to be giving us a message, strong positive message. What is that? We must have some money, no doubt. So it is a part and parcel of our everyday living, and the poet D.H. Lawrence also accepts that we must have some money. But for what for? To save us from eating the dirt. So very clear what he is trying to tell. D.H. Lawrence makes the readers to understand that we must have some money to save us from eating the dirt. Dirt earlier, as I said, the humiliation part, insult part and all that. So at least to some extent we may require money, not beyond that. So the money should help us to save ourselves from that humiliation, insults further. And this is all wrong. Finally, what the poet is trying to tell, this is all wrong means the way we look at the money, the way the modern man is looking at money and the materialistic wealth is totally wrong, he is telling. And then he gives us a suggestion, and it is almost like a utopian suggestion. What is that? Bread should be free, shelter should be free, fire should be free. Three important thoughts the poet is trying to tell. Bread, shelter and fire, according to D.H. Lawrence, should be free. This is the entirely utopian view, idea, where it is almost like cashless society. Symbolically I am highlighting cashless society the poet is projecting us. Okay, so that poverty can be destroyed from the entire face of the world. So some sort of unified concept, cashless society he is highlighting. It is almost like a utopian. Yeah, whether it is possible and all, we need to analyze as a student of literature. So D.H. Lawrence is very clear. Bread should be free, shelter, fire should be free to all and anybody, repeats, all over the world. So the poet is very clear. It is an utopian world of cashless society where no poor people should struggle, face, short of the food part. Okay, so this is the thought, this is the message poet is trying to highlight. Last stanza, we must regain our sanity about money. So earlier he has conveyed that modern man is insane, become mad, running behind the money, materialistic wealth. So we must regain our sanity. We, as an individual, we must regain. We have to analyze. We have to think that we are not for money. Money is only for making us to save us from eating the dirt. That's all. Money is for only for our survival. We should not be running behind money. That is wrong. He is trying to tell. We must regain our sanity about the money. We should start analyzing that further before we start killing one another about it. So already for the sake of money, we know that people will kill each other and all. Before it is too late, before things starts to become worse and worse, D.H. Lawrence is giving a caution. What is that? Before we start killing one another about it in the pursuit of money, that part. It is one thing or the other. So in every way, what the poet is trying to tell is, modern man should not run behind the materialistic wealth, and before it is too late where man starts killing each other, we need to start thinking of a cashless, utopian way of thinking where we all should come together and solve this problem of money madness. Then only we can regain our sanity and we can become good human beings on this world. That's what the poet is trying to highlight here. Finally, to conclude, a few important thoughts I compiled here. D.H. Lawrence, main thought of money madness. Money madness. The poet is highlighting the whole mankind. He is considering the entire mankind. He is not concentrating on an individual. The entire mankind, the whole society seems to be mad, running behind the money. That part he is trying to tell. So the collective insanity, collective madness, the poet is highlighting. The entire poem is nothing but a document of collective insanity or collective madness. The whole mankind running behind money. Okay, and this collective madness, our entire society is running behind money. It is creating some sort of man becoming a slave, man becoming totally shivering, nervous, and he is having that fear part of the money. Okay, so because the entire society seems to be running behind, and that madness, it has money frenziness, it has created. That's what he is trying to tell us. So then further, it has got us down, grovel. So it has got us down, we got an individual down. It is almost like, the man is kneeling before money. Man is kneeling before the materialistic wealth and groveling, okay, and not able to find way, path. Okay, this fear is almost like a delirium. Unconsciously, man seems to be moving towards becoming a slave behind the money, that part. Okay, the entire mankind is becoming mad, running behind money, that part. Finally, and in the poem, it also highlights that people are judging an individual by what is his worth. See that, his worth, what he is worth, what is the materialistic wealth an individual is having. Based on that treatment in the society, that is wrong. D.H. Lawrence is trying to tell. Man's worth, or else if he is not worthy, if he is very poor, then what is the society or the social situation? That individual is supposed to eat the dirt, the bread part, whatever, and go cold. So dirt here, it is almost like facing the humiliation, the insult part. The rich and powerful, how they look after the poor people, that is wrong. So D.H. Lawrence is telling the entire society has become mad and treating the poor people like dirt, and also with insult, humiliation is also wrong, and that has to be changed. That is the poem is all about. Finally, the modern man and his expectations. Money, money is everything. Without money he cannot survive. Without money he cannot live. That is wrong. The expectations of the modern man. So the poet is giving a message for all the readers, all the literature lovers. What is that? We have to change our expectations. Okay, money is only for our survival. Money is not everything. We should not run behind money. That's what he is trying to tell. Plus, he is also telling that money is only meant for it. An individual, he can save by the money eating the dirt. Okay, money should help an individual to save himself from the humiliation, insult. Only survival is only matters. That's what the poet is trying to tell. So then the poet comes out with some solution. It is not only that D.H. Lawrence is projecting the problem part here. He is also trying to tell his way of solution to this entire society. What is that? It's almost like an utopian solution. Bread, shelter and fire should be free to all. This is what D.H. Lawrence's solution in this poem. What is that? He is thinking of an utopian, some sort of an ideal situation. What he is trying to tell? In this society, we need to change the entire paradigm shift of our perception. Okay, so people should be given bread, shelter and fire should be free according to D.H. Lawrence, and that can save the world from being a slave to the money. That part he is trying to tell. Okay, finally, we need to regain the sanity. It is a call given by D.H. Lawrence to all the readers, all the literature. Regain our sanity. We have to put a hold on what we are doing. Why we are running behind the materialistic wealth. It is wrong. We have to regain our sanity and we have to become human beings by understanding the fact that the materialistic greed, running behind money, the complete frenziness and the delirium, we should avoid, and we should try to become sane. The greediness, money should not become greediness. Okay, or also throughout the our life, our individual life, we may be running behind money. That is wrong, and he tries to correct that society by his utopian way of thinking that bread, shelter and fire should be made free, and thereby we can analyze that man should be, what is that, not running behind money, and money is not everything. Money will help us to save ourselves from the dirt, humiliation, insult part, and it is only for our survival. It is not entirely everything in this world. So he is thinking something beyond that money part and all. Yeah, so that makes the poem really contemporary and very meaningful. So here are some of the pictures, which I want to bring in here to highlight on the thought of D.H. Lawrence and his money madness. So he is trying to tell something about the entire world has to come together, and that is how we can put a hold on man who is running behind money, that part, or even the rich looking down the poor people and all. That can be solved, or man becoming greedy of money, wherein even he may start killing each other. So before it is too late, D.H. Lawrence is trying to tell that we all have to come together, world as an entire family, Vasudhaiva Kutumbam. So in that concept, D.H. Lawrence is trying to tell that we all have to wake up from our slumber, and we need to analyze that we have to regain our sanity and stop running behind money before it is too late and this money madness starts killing each other. D.H. Lawrence is trying to caution us to put a hold on all this, and individually we can regain. His concept of the thought is being highlighted here, and that is the reason the poem seems to be very meaningful, very practical in the today's world also. Consider to like and subscribe. Thank you.